We launched in retail, right? We launched in 6 different states at one time. And 6 months later, when the product got expired, 50% of the stock came back. And जब मुश्किल टाइम्स आए तो उन्होंने मुझे बोला कि दिनिका अब तुमसे बिजनेस नहीं होगा, बिजनेस बंद कर दो.
You're sixth generation into the business.
So my family's actually been in the business of nuts and dry fruits since 1887. India used to import about only like 40-50 containers of almonds. Today, India imports about 15,000 containers in the year. They started a brand which today, just in pistachios, does about $1.5 billion of sale in US and Canada.
When did you started facing competition in your segment?
Competition का एहसास जो है मुझे पहले साल में ही हो गया था. So once people started seeing the Nutty Gritties क्या कर रहे हैं, they started just copying the same products, copying the same flavors. Packaging was so on point copied that I did not recognize it.
The founder of the brand.
You know, my relationship with my father improved incredibly after I just started listening to him.
कभी ऐसा हुआ है कि पापा ने कभी बोल दिया हो आपको, I don't know, arguments में कि काश मेरा बेटा होता?
सन तो नहीं बोला, बस सन इन लॉ जरूर बोला. और क्या पहाड़ उखाड़ने पड़ेंगे आपको प्रूव करने के लिए कि मैं भी कर सकती हूँ.
एक तरफ है 130 साल की फैमिली लेगेसी और दूसरी तरफ ग्लोबल D2C थिंकिंग. जब दोनों मिलते हैं तब बनता है गेम चेंजिंग ब्रांड. इंटरेस्टिंग, राइट? टुडे ऑन नेक्स्ट टिल 9 विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट सच अ ब्रांड कॉल्ड नटी ग्रिटी, जिनके फाउंडर ने इंटरनेशनल एजुकेशन एंड देसी वैल्यूज के साथ एक पुरानी कहानी अपने नए अंदाज में लिखी. उन्होंने बोरिंग से ड्राई फ्रूट्स को इंटरेस्टिंग एंड हेल्दी स्नैक में कन्वर्ट कर दिया. लेट्स वेलकम the powerhouse behind Nutty Gritty, Danika Bhatia. Welcome, Danika, to Next in Line.
Thank you, Mohit, for having me here.
So good to have you. Where should we start from? 130 साल की family legacy, and I'm told that you're sixth generation into the business. Let me know about your family. Let me know about the business and how you brought the twist in that family business.
So my family's actually been in the business of nuts and dry fruits since 1887, and I'm a sixth generation. My great-great-great-grandfather started in Dera Ismail Khan, which is Northwest Frontier Province of Pakistan, and he started trading nuts and dry fruits along the Silk Route. So, almonds, pistachios, they all used to come from the Middle East, and coffee, tea, cloth used to go from India. So that's how the legacy started. It was a barter system at that point. So from barter system, cut to getting into import as well. My dad started enjoying the industry when he was really young. He started working at the age of 18. And that time, India used to import about only like 40-50 containers of almonds. He was actually, he helped enable growth in the industry by actually traveling to California, spending his time there, developing varieties and grades that are suitable to the Indian market, working in policy making to enable just growth of almonds in India. Today, India imports about 15,000 containers in the year. So you can imagine that kind of a growth. My father's also the ambassador for the nuts and dry fruit industry. And, just seeing him in that journey, actually, and I got to know this recently from my grandmom, that ever since I was 6 years old, I wanted to be like my father. I would just tell my family that, I am so inspired by what my father does and how he works really hard and is dedicated. And this is a 6-year-old girl saying that my father is my role model and I want to be like him.
ऐसा ही मोमेंट हर एक नेक्स्ट जेन की जिंदगी में आता है, जब वो कहीं ना कहीं बचपन में सोचते हैं यार बड़े होके पापा जैसा बनना है, और उस मोमेंट पे वो अपनी जिंदगी का मिशन उनके सपनों से जोड़ देते हैं. और इसी मोमेंट को फैमिली बिजनेस डिक्शनरी में कहते हैं लेगेसी स्पार्क.
So I kind of set out on my path and I knew what I wanted to do at that very young age. I started planning to go study in the US because I knew that's where the exposure was coming. I was also the first girl in my family to go study abroad, to even share any kind of ambition. You know, my father and my grandfather totally supported me in that journey. I changed schools. I was actually in Carmel Convent earlier, and I moved from Carmel Convent to modern school because of more exposure, better extracurriculars that would enable me to apply to universities abroad. I actually got into University of Southern California, which is in LA, and in California, which is actually the land of nuts. That's where we do 80% business with. So we were importing almonds, pistachios, and walnuts from there. I went there and I just dove into the land of almonds. I started visiting processing facilities, growers, visiting the orchards when it was blooming, just seeing the processing facilities when that was going on during harvest time, started meeting brokers, and this is all through college. Very early, I figured out that, on Fridays, we can not take class. So I used to have classes 4 days in the week. And my weekends used to just be about almonds, pistachios, and walnuts. And I used to drive up into the Central Valley where the nuts grow. I interned at a brokerage firm, and then I interned at Wonderful Pistachios, which is the world's largest pistachio company. They own 60% of the pistachio orchards in the world. I got inspired because they had that entire history of growing pistachios and also starting a brand. They started a brand which today, just in pistachios, does about $1.5 billion of sale in US and Canada. So you can imagine that starting point and how visionary the founder was. So, my entire legacy of the family business, being inspired by my father and my grandfather, getting the exposure in California, working at the leading pistachio company in the world, it inspired me to start a brand of my own. That was also a time where the retail market was developing in India. Reliance had just started retail, Walmart, Metro. So there were like global players that were entering the Indian market. Health awareness was increasing. And I thought to myself that how can we enhance the way that India consumes nuts? How can I actually now package products rather than the products just selling in khadi bauli in big bins, or containers, which my family was doing. They were just importing the containers and trading the containers. But it was a time where the consumer ecosystem had just about started developing in India. And I thought it was a right time for me to actually tie in the legacy, what India needs, what I am passionate about, and just create a brand. And I created Nutty Gritties, which was initially, the thought was around healthy snacking around nuts, because all over the world, people snack on nuts. When I was in the US as well, I would go to a cafe and there would be these bags of trail mixes that people would buy with their sandwiches or their sushi. In India, we were still having almonds soaked overnight in the morning or gifting it during Diwali or weddings, and that's about it.
Absolutely.
We didn't look at nuts as a snack. So that's what I wanted to do with Nutty Gritties. Make India consume nuts as a healthy snack.
Wow, that's amazing. But if I may know, how did you come up with this name, Nutty Gritty?
That's also another very interesting story. I studied entrepreneurship at USC, and I made my business plan on Nutty Gritties because this is what I wanted to do. USC is also the #1 entrepreneurship school in the US and the world. I got the award for the best business plan there as well. Wow. So I was actually outside my library. I had come up with another name, but I realized very soon that name was already taken. And I didn't want to put a name just for the sake of having a name, right? And I was with a friend of mine who was a marketing major, and we were just stomping up and down the library, and I'm like, Rahat, we need to come up with a name. What do we do? 1 hour, 2 hours went by. And then I'm like, we need to get into the nitty-gritty of the product to come up with the right name. And then that was like a light bulb moment, right? Nitty-gritty, Nutty Gritties.
Right.
So it's all about the attention to detail.
Right.
And that's how I came up with Nutty Gritties.
I want to know the timelines, like when did you found this company? And founding में क्या-क्या problem आई? क्योंकि I'm sure जैसे ही आपने नाम सोचा और आपने सोचा होगा कि ये काम करना है, so you must have talked to your father and your grandfather who were there in the business then, and they're still there. तो उन्होंने कैसे support किया आपको क्या discussion हुई? Did they say you will fail, or did they say, oh wow, what an idea, we will support you and let's just do it? So what was it all about?
I founded the company in 2009. I graduated in 2009 as well, actually. 15th May 2009 was my graduation. And people usually go for grad trips, right? घूमने जाते हैं graduation के बाद. My father took me on a road trip to visit almond processors.
आपने बोला होगा पापा को कि यार ये तो मैं घूम चुकी हूँ already.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I keep going there all the time. But anyways, you know, he really encouraged me to like get out there and get dirty,
Right.
which my entrepreneurship professor Patrick Henry used to say as well. He's like, just go out there. You have to go and learn about the market. And they were very supportive from the very beginning that, you know, she will join the business. There was no resistance with that, even though I was the first woman in India to enter the nuts business.
Oh wow.
The entire industry was a little surprised, and people around me, extended family members, they mocked me a little bit as well. But my grandfather and my father were extremely supportive. Even my mother's father, actually, my Nana ji, he also started from scratch and became a very successful business person. So both my grandfathers were like extremely supportive, and they were role models for me. When I started in 2009, though, so actually, when my father came, we also evaluated that we'd set up an office in California, and you know, I operate from there. But very soon he realized कि अगर वो इधर रुक गई ना तो वापस नहीं आएगी. And then he's like, नहीं नहीं तुम वापस ही चलो. Good for me because मेरा Nutty Gritties का business plan ready था. So 15th May के बाद, I didn't even do a dinner with my friends. I did a graduation dinner with my father's top brokers in California. That was my graduation dinner.
Wow.
Like how we speak about, right? Like everything is around business. So I went on a 15-day road trip with my dad in California, visiting all the suppliers. Came back on 31st May, and 1st June 2009, I was on my desk waiting to implement my business plan because I was so excited to do that. I incorporated the company on 3rd August, and 3rd September launched Nutty Gritties. And the first place where we launched it was in Modern Bazaar, Vasant Vihar, which is a top retail store in Delhi. And it's still selling over there. Nutty Gritties has a category leadership in Modern Bazaar at the moment. It's been almost 16 years now, actually, Mohit. And it's incredible when I look back at that journey. Of course, I was way ahead of my curve, right? And my family comes from a trading mindset.
Yeah.
And this is a consumer mindset. मेरे लिए अगर एक पैकेट भी बिकता है ना तो I get excited and I get happy.
Right.
For them, they're like, what are you doing? You know, क्या कर रहे हो? Like, you know, पैसे बर्बाद कर दोगे. This is not working out.
पैसे से याद आया, did they fund you as well for your startup? For your
Yes, my father was my angel investor.
Got it.
And he funded the business. And he's been the backbone of finance ever since as well. And I'm super grateful for that. Which is why he was a bit hard on me when it came to that. But being an entrepreneur for the first 2-3 years, I didn't even look at the numbers, to be honest. I was just focused on taking the brand to the market. And we were very lucky. I was a 22-year-old who would like walk into offices of Reliance and Walmart and Big Bazaar at that time and just pitch my product. And every single person who I pitched to in that first year of mine, 2009, 2010, agreed to launch the product in their stores. We started in a cafe chain as well. And this is 2010 we started, which was again way ahead of the curve. उस time फिर भी लोगों को, you know, बादाम काजू as मेवा ही देखना था.
Absolutely.
They did not want to snack on it. They like क्या कर रहे हो आप छोटे-छोटे पैकेट्स में पैक करके, you know.
True.
ये क्या है, like चाय कॉफी के साथ हम बिस्किट खाएंगे या बादाम खाएंगे. बादाम तो हम रात को भिगो के सुबह खाते हैं. You know, so it was a struggle for me in terms of like convincing people out there. And then of course when the family doesn't see the result as well, they also start saying कि क्या कर रहे हो, you know.
Of course.
It's yeah.
कोई भी फैमिली नहीं चाहती कि यार बच्चा उनका फेल हो.
Absolutely.
वो ये नहीं कि demotivate करते हैं. They just don't want you to fail. So.
But you know, on one hand, and I feel like every family and in family businesses, there's a lot of duality. Because on one hand, they're looking at the business like a business. And on the other hand, they're looking at you like your child. That, you know, no, I would like my child to succeed. And of course, they want the business to succeed as well. So there was motivation, there was support. But I feel like for me, the reason for my success was also the drive and the motivation that came from within. The belief about this product, the belief about the brand, the belief that yes, it will be successful, and the persistence to keep going.
Right.
You know, so I kind of had like, you know, deaf ears to everybody. I'm like, jo bolna hai, bolne do. I'm going to be at it.
Right.
I was at it. We kept innovating. We kept coming up with new flavors. We did like, you know, chili garlic, pepper, lime, all these crazy flavors and cashews and almonds, which people had not even thought of in India. And our way to market was to do these shows and, you know, Rakhi Mela pe stalls lagana. And I used to personally be there and make people try it. My mom used to support me a lot. She still does. And when people try the product, they loved it. So, you know, when the family also sees that, the positive recognition from the customer, which is actually the main principle and fundamental of a business, they're like, okay, there is merit in what she's doing. You know, so kept going. And soon, you know, we started seeing recognition. And soon, by soon, I mean like 5, 6, 7 years. Because in the larger scheme of things in businesses, 5, 6 years is nothing. And I remember when I was like in my 3rd, 4th year in business, I went to one of my mentors and I'm like, you know, things are not working out. I don't know, I'm not seeing the kind of numbers that I expected. The market is still responding okay, neutrally. People would be like, अच्छा अगर आपका 200 ग्राम का पैकेट इतने का है तो 1 किलो इतने का होगा. And that was not the mindset of snacking. You know, that was still the very commodity mindset. So he told me that, Dinika, if you're building a consumer brand, 6 saal to minimum, rehne do. And then after 6, 7, 8 years, even though Nutty Gritties was across like 20, 30 different cities, we were there in every single modern trade chain. But there were a lot of learnings. You know, I came from no background in building a consumer brand. Neither did my family. You know, for them, it was new. For them, it was a matter of finance. You know, for me, it was a matter of my passion, my baby, and taking my baby out there. You know, so I think that when they saw that emotion in me, and it still happens, you know, they still know that Nutty Gritties is my baby, and I will do anything to protect it. I will do anything to grow it. That's where the love and the support comes from.
Got it. So 2015, I would say, the inflection point came in when your baby was kind of accepted by everyone.
Yeah.
And it flew. So in terms of numbers, like what sort of numbers are we doing now in terms of revenues and stuff?
We're doing about 100 crores
Wow.
in the year.
Amazing. So I just want to understand a little more on the snacking bit, what you're doing. क्योंकि ये परसेप्शन जनरली रहता है कि हम किलो के हिसाब से या ग्राम के हिसाब से हम लोग बादाम खरीद लेते हैं, एंड व्हाट यू आर ट्राइंग टू डू इज जस्ट अ फ्लेवर्ड बादाम. तो अगर फॉर एग्जांपल 100 रुपए का 1 किलो का बादाम आ रहा है, तो योर वुड बी कितना हाई कि 1 किलो के बादाम में नटी
You're
ग्रिटी के
getting back to
लूंगा.
that commodity mindset.
I just want to know that so that people know that they are paying extra for their healthy lifestyle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because those are not asme tab itna health oriented, and I think people are not that aware about their own health. But
Yeah.
now everyone talks
So, you
only
know,
about health.
you talked about the inflection point, right? 2015-16 was an inflection point, but the major inflection point was actually COVID, 2020. And उससे पहले क्या मैंने किया, 10 साल एक बहुत सॉलिड फाउंडेशन सेट कर दी. इनोवेशन हम करते गए. हमने ट्रेल मिक्सेस लॉन्च करे जब इंडिया को ये भी नहीं पता था कि ट्रेल मिक्स का मतलब क्या है.
True.
You know, we were the first ones to do that in India. We did flavors, and that time people were not that aware. Of course, there were customers who would buy it as they like the product, they like the taste of the product. But I feel like a solid foundation is set, and you're in real estate, and you know the importance of solid foundation, right?
Absolutely.
एक बुनियाद होनी चाहिए solid, जिसके ऊपर आप build कर सकते हो. So once that was set till like 2020, obviously nobody knew that this time is going to come where people are going to be obsessed with their health
True.
and do anything to take care of their health and build their immunity. And almonds were actually good for building immunity because of the vitamin E that they had, because of the protein and the other minerals that they had. We had developed trail mixes, and we actually, again, acted very fast to the market. COVID happened, of course, Jan 2020. In August, we launched this product called the Mom's Superfood Mix, which has seeds, berries, and almonds. And the mix is actually created in a way that is good to build up your immunity. And the thought behind that was that it's like mom's love in a pack. You know, COVID के time लोग travel नहीं कर सकते थे. So usually people would travel or parents would visit, and I'm sure you would relate that whenever your parents come, they bring dry fruits, or whenever you go to their place, they must be giving you dry fruit because वो tradition है हमारे family, हमारे India में, culture में.
Sure.
And that time there was not much travel that was going on. So I thought that can we take mom's love in a pack to people's homes? And that's how Mom's Superfood Mix came about during COVID.
ऐसे ही जब आपकी जो लेगेसी होती है उसमें आप इनोवेशन करके एक अपनी नई डायरेक्शन चूज करते हैं, उसी को फैमिली बिजनेस डिक्शनरी में कहते हैं लेगेसी ट्विस्ट.
So you asked about snacking, right? The concept was not more about, you know, what's the price per kg, but the concept was more about the emotion, making people realize about the benefit of consuming a healthy product,
True.
which also carries emotion, which is also the best quality that's available in the market. So when that happened, price stopped
People
becoming a factor.
Got it.
You know, we were confident and we were supplying the best quality. That is something that, because of course I had a goodwill of 130 years to live up to. And my grandfather told me कि कुछ भी करना लेकिन quality पे compromise मत करना.
Very good.
You know, तो ये सब basic fundamentals अगर check में रखते हैं तो then price stops becoming as much of a factor. Of course it still is because India is a price sensitive nation. But what I try is that, you know, making people realize the value of consuming a good product, something that's good for them and their families.
Got it. What about competition? When did you started like facing competition in your segment? Because you were the pioneer, right?
Yeah,
you were the first one who started this particular segment category. तो कब लोगों को लगा कि यार ये तो दिनिका फोड़ रही है, हमें भी घुसना चाहिए इसमें?
So you know, actually competition का एहसास जो है मुझे पहले साल में ही हो गया था. Because and I still remember like these memories where I would get to know see किसी का catalog. So you know हमारे industry में सब commodity mindset and commodity driven है. So once people started seeing the Nutty Gritties क्या कर रहा है, they started just copying the same products.
Wow.
Copying the same flavors. And these I'm talking about people who are also like wholesale traders, importers. And I realized that very early that imitation is the best form of flattery.
That's true.
So competition has always been there in some form or the other. But for us, it's about our own journey. You know, so from that point, which was literally year one of my business, and I remember coming back home, seeing a catalog of another brand, which was actually from a trading background, and seeing that, oh my God, they have just copied exactly what Nutty Gritties is doing. I was very upset. I was very disappointed. And I used to practice Buddhism at that point. And I went to my leader and I'm like, you know what, this is all the hard work and heart that I'm putting into my work. And what is this? Like people just copying. And I actually really prayed to overcome that at that point in my life. It still affects me because till date, I see new brands come up every day and they have literally just copied everything that we're doing. Our product names, our flavors, our packaging. In fact, our POC at Blinkit sent me a photo once and it was from a chai shop. And the packaging, it looked like Nutty Gritties. I said, oh wow, great. In my mind, I thought that why is Nutty Gritties selling at a chai shop? I'm going to ask my team later. But let me just be like, okay, great. And then he responded to me, this is not Nutty Gritties. Wow. This is another brand. And can you imagine the packaging was so on point copied that I did not recognize it.
The founder of the brand.
And yeah, so competition is always there, Mohan. And COVID के बाद और ज़्यादा हुआ. Because we were actually a brand that had very solid supply chains. We focused on our operations. तो जब सब कुछ बंद था and दूसरे लोग सप्लाई नहीं कर पा रहे थे and जब लोगों को हेल्दी चीज़ें चाहिए थी, Nutty Gritties was available.
Got it.
So we saw hockey stick growth in 2020, 2021. And when any brand grows or any business grows, right, of course people will want to jump on that bandwagon.
Absolutely.
And whether it's platforms where you're selling at or distributors who tell other brands that, oh, you should also do it because they have their benefit in that. Trail mix was never a category. We started it, and now it's the most competitive category in the dry fruit space.
Got it. So got all about competition. Let me know more on your family dynamics, because we all say that it's a blessing to work with your family, but at the same time it becomes a little tricky and it becomes a little too overwhelming, I would say, in some ways or the other.
Yeah.
So how has been your journey? So who all are there in the business with you?
My father, my mother, and my sister.
So it's just the two of you siblings, right?
Yeah, we're two siblings.
Two siblings.
My sister joined me 7 years after I started, as soon as she graduated from college.
Okay, so basically all four of you
And
are into Nutty Gritty,
So my father actually runs his own business,
which is a family
which
business.
is the trading and import business.
Right.
Although we source our raw material from him,
Okay.
so
He's your vendor.
indirectly,
He's your
directly,
vendor, he's your investor, he's your mentor, of course.
Yeah.
And does he have equity as well in the company?
Yes, he has equity in the company as well.
Okay. So it's you, your sister, your mother, and your father. All four of them
Yeah.
are in the business, and all four of them have equity in the business.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, wow, interesting.
Very
So-
interesting.
How are you managing this now?
Meditation. meditation.
But no. So I'm sure. So I always say this, कि जिसका बेबी होता है, in the end veto power उनके पास रहती है, या call उनकी होनी चाहिए इनमें. And I'm sure you have that call.
Yeah.
And you have that veto power. But having said that, taking a decision from your father, then your mother, and then your younger sister, कभी ऐसी situation आई है जब आपने कुछ decide किया हो कि यहाँ जाना है, but all three of them were like कि नहीं, ये बिल्कुल गलत है, यहाँ नहीं जाएंगे, हम यहाँ जाएंगे.
No, actually, never.
Okay.
So even though they have supported me in all my decisions, and when I reflect back, it's been a mistake on my side. That, as in, of course, all of us make mistakes, right? And it may not be the best business decision in hindsight, but at that point, I thought that was the best thing to do. But even though they might be like, maybe not, they would of course share their opinions. Everybody shares opinions with me, and I listen to everyone's opinions. And then, because I come from a space where I understand the entire value of the brand, eventually the decision is mine. And they have never stood against my decision. My dad will of course guide me. Like whenever there are tough times, he will be like, you know what, if I were you, I would do this. And this is what I experienced in my past. I took a decision and I felt like that was wrong. So you could learn from my experience and not take this decision. Eventually, the ball would be in my court.
Which is good.
Which is good.
Which is kind of sorted in your family that, okay, it's your baby, so you can take the decision
Yeah,
in the end. And these are opinions. You decide whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Younger sister is also there.
Yes.
कभी ऐसा insecurity feeling आया कि यार what यार, Danika is taking all the calls and she's kind of my boss. And kind of, because see, family is family at home, and you are kind of business colleagues at work, and you're solving a purpose. So you need to have a structure. You need to have hierarchy. It can't be like four people, all four are owners, and all four are taking decisions randomly.
So
So she feels. कभी आपने ऐसा देखा है कि यार आपकी छोटी बहन insecure feel कर रही है, and if yes, what have you done to make her feel more secured?
So also, when it comes to decision making, it's not like I'm taking the day-to-day decisions, right? The work is divided, the departments are divided, what my sister's going to do, what my mother's going to do, what my dad is doing. And they take the decisions in their domains. Like I take like the large calls on the overall strategy and vision and the growth of the business. So because they're already taking their day-to-day decisions in the domains that they're taking care of, the insecurity doesn't come. I think that work is a bit divided. Sometimes they maybe get a little overwhelmed with how ambitious I am. And a lot of times my mom will tell me, Denika, relax, calm down. You know, you don't have to grow so fast as well. But you can understand as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, when you see the potential in the market, then you want to capture that potential.
True.
And you're like, why wait?
Yeah.
But my family comes from an old school, you know, conservative, traditional business mindset. And I'm actually very grateful for that as well, because that's kept me a little grounded. That's kept the business profitable. Otherwise, I would be like another D2C brand burning money and shutting down. So, yes, there are I'm just thinking that there are no like severe conflicts, but sometimes there are undercurrents of like, you know, she wants to do whatever she wants to do.
She's the Hitler types. So जब भी फैमिली में तीनों, अब you working with all three of your family members.
Yeah.
So how does it work? Sometimes you had an argument with your sister.
Yeah.
Or probably with your father. So who's your go-to person कि यार ये हो गया आज?
You know, I have to find go-to people outside.
Outside the family.
And I wish, you know, sometimes I sit down and I think that मुझे मेरी माँ चाहिए. मुझे मेरी बहन चाहिए. I want my father. You know, I want that emotional connect with them, which is outside of work. And it gets very difficult to find that.
So कोई disconnect नहीं कर पाता है कि मतलब जो ऑफिस की बातें घर पे भी आती हैं. ऑफिस में you are whatever you are, you are partners of Nutty Gritty, but at home you are this mother, father, sisters.
Yeah.
So disconnect नहीं होता है. वो undercurrent घर पे भी आ जाता है.
आ ही जाता है.
आ ही जाता है.
It comes because
Why do you think that happens in family businesses? Why does it come at home? Why can't we separate ourselves from this company? ठीक है, baby है, company है, you're solving a need, सब कुछ है. हम अलग क्यों नहीं कर पाते इसको?
that's a very important point to reflect upon. And we should be able to do it. But I feel like we should, yeah. It's a very important point. I think it's something to reflect and understand that maybe we say certain things to each other, which we should avoid saying.
Yeah.
Right? We should also distance the person from the work and understand what each one of us has as our strengths and our weaknesses, and not take things personally.
True.
You know, I guess घर क्यों आ जाता है because we end up taking it very personally. And as a founder, for instance, when Nutty Gritties is like my baby, it is personal. And I'm also learning every single day to take a step back and be more balanced emotionally, to not like get super involved with the emotions and get upset if something is not working out, or get angry if something is not working out. So I think it's all a game of emotions. If we're able to manage and balance our emotions, it's fine. It all can be worked out. What are your thoughts about that?
Okay. I think I never thought about this. But I think it's all about passion. It's absolutely about passion, that you're not able to kind of segregate yourself from the company, because एक तो होता है कि लोग डिफरेंट स्पीड में भागना चाहते हैं, वो मैचिंग करने में फाइट है. दूसरा होता है कि तुम्हारे तरीके अलग होते हैं टू रीच टू द सेम प्रॉब्ली डेस्टिनेशन. एंड हम बहुत बारी, जैसे let me give you an example. Your father is your angel investor, right?
Yeah.
He's going to be your angel investor for the rest of your Nutty Gritty's life.
Correct.
कि भाई वो पहला इंसान जिसने इस पौधे में सीड डाला, वो आपके पापा हैं. अब वो कुछ भी कह रहे हैं तो आपको बुरा इसलिए लग रहा है क्योंकि वो आपके पापा हैं. अगर कोई और एंजल इन्वेस्टर होता, कंप्लीटली स्ट्रेंजर, जिसने पैसे दिए होते, वो आपकी अच्छे से ग्रिल कर रहा होता, आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती. आपको लाइक ऑफ कोर्स मुझे इसके जवाब देने हैं भाई,
बिल्कुल,
इसका पैसा है. तो वो जो इमोशंस इंटैंगल्ड हो जाते हैं विद दैट बिजनेस, कि यार ये पापा कैसे बोल सकते हैं यार, तो हमारी भी तो गलती है.
एब्सोल्युटली.
कि हम पापा क्यों समझ रहे हैं अभी उन्हें, हमें समझना चाहिए कि इन्वेस्टर हैं बस. तो वो फैमिली डायनामिक्स में कहीं ना कहीं ये हो ही जाता है कि डिफरेंशिएट नहीं होता. इसलिए बड़ा सेंसिटिव सब्जेक्ट है, और इस टॉपिक पे ज़्यादा बात होती नहीं है, ज़्यादा सीख भी नहीं मिलती है, समझाया भी नहीं जाता है कि हाउ यू सपोज टू डील with your family while doing business with them. Talk less to them, especially to the elders, I would say. छोटों को तो ठीक है, मैं फिर भी समझूंगा, क्योंकि मैं बोलूँगा कि तुम्हें समझना चाहिए, मैं बड़ा हूँ तुमसे. लेकिन हमसे जो बड़े हैं, अगर आपके केस में मम्मी पापा, उनसे बहुत कम बात बोलो और 90% बात सुनो। देखो इन दी एंड उन्होंने पावर तो आपको दी हुई है वीटो की, ठीक है, ये बहुत बड़ी बात है।
Yeah,
ये बहुत बड़ी बात है। आपने अपनी बात में मुझे ये बात बताई है कि कभी ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि जो चीज़ आपने सोची है और चाही है वो नहीं हुई है, इन दी एंड तो वो ही है। दैट इज इनफ, दैट इज एब्सोल्युटली इनफ। और क्या चाहिए? तो जब वो कुछ कह रहे हैं पूरा अच्छे से सुनो, नहीं अच्छा लग रहा तब भी सुनो, बहुत बुरा लग रहा है तब भी सुनो, और जब बिल्कुल लग रहा है कि ये तो मैं करने नहीं वाली तब भी सुनो। उसके बाद करो जो आपकी बेबी के लिए ठीक है।
Yeah.
Sometimes the elder people, they just want to be heard and they just want to be respected, and they kind of being heard, they relate it with respect.
100%.
वो हम नहीं समझ पाते कि अगर मैंने नहीं सुना तो they'll feel disrespected, और हमें लगेगा इसमें क्या है यार, इसमें डिसरिस्पेक्ट कहाँ से कर दी मैंने। तो ये थोड़ा सा डिस्कनेक्ट रहता है। दिस इज प्रॉब्ली इट कम्स आउट ऑफ कल्चर, इट कम्स आउट ऑफ आवर अपब्रिंगिंग एंड स्टफ, क्योंकि हर जनरेशन चेंज होती है। उन्होंने अपने पेरेंट्स के साथ ऐसा किया है कि उन्होंने अपने पेरेंट्स की, मैं 90-10 कह रहा हूँ, उन्होंने 100-0 किया है। उन्होंने तो 0 बोला होगा और 100 सुना होगा। आई एम सेइंग कि आप हमारी जनरेशन में 90 या 80-20 कर लो। So I think that's a solution for all of this. But that's truly amazing. That's a completely different situation I'm listening to, that all 4 of you are in the business and trying to solve the need. That's amazing.
Yeah, but I think what you said is actually incredible, that people just want to be heard. And that's a basic human need. And respect actually comes from listening to someone and actually truly listening with your heart and with all your emotions. And that's my relationship with my father improved incredibly after I just started listening to him. And that is on a personal front, that's on a professional front. And no matter what you say, Mohit, wo interconnected hota hi hai.
We have to accept it and we have to live with it. Simple as that.
We have to live with it. And kitna bhi disconnect karne ki koshish karo, like what you said, very important point, that the passion, right? The passion is going to be with you. You cannot put a stop to the emotion of passion as soon as you walk into the house.
True.
It's an inherent part of you. So it's actually about managing that and learning, communicating effectively. And
कभी ऐसा हुआ है कि पापा ने कभी बोल दिया हो आपको, आई डोंट नो, आर्गुमेंट्स में, कि काश मेरा बेटा होता?
never. Son तो नहीं बोला, but son-in-law ज़रूर बोला.
But tell me one thing, I'm sure मजाक में सारी बातें ली है. How did you feel about that?
I felt that मैंने Nutty Gritties को scratch से शुरू किया, उसको इतना build किया, अभी almost 100 crores कर रहे हैं. आपको अभी भी son-in-law चाहिए? अभी तक मैंने अपने आप को prove नहीं किया क्या? और क्या पहाड़ उखाड़ने पड़ेंगे आपको प्रूव करने के लिए कि मैं भी कर सकती हूँ.
क्या बात है, क्या बात है. So true. Your
Yeah.
dad is the ambassador for your industry
My dad is-
outside India.
So he represents India in the world,
Okay, wow.
and of course within India as well. So when it comes to like policy making,
Got it. Got it.
government relations,
Got
all
it.
of that stuff. So he does all of that. Now I got invited to speak at a conference, and it's a global conference that happens. And this is usually what my father has been doing since the last 6 years.
Wow.
And I felt a bit awkward, and
No,
I
first-
said, no, this is my dad's place. And I actually told them that he's better to represent the industry. I told my dad as well, but he turned around actually and told me that if they want to speak about consumer and retail, then Dinika, you're actually a better person, because I can talk about the trade, I can talk about government relation, I can talk about the entire industry as a whole. But right now, the entire world is looking at India as a consumer market. And Nutty Gritties is, of course, a consumer brand. So after a lot of back and forth and feeling awkward inside me, but then I actually built that courage and spoke to my dad, and he supported me. And he said, go for it. I would be really proud if you do this.
Got it.
And after the panel, I myself did not know how well it went, but with the grace of the universe, a lot of people, there were almost 1,000 people in the audience, and random people have walked up to me and my father, and they've praised me and how I spoke and about the industry and about the brand. And at the end of that entire day, after like hundreds of people walked up to him and walked up to me, Dad walked up to me with like tears in his eyes, and he just held my hand and he said, Dinika, I'm proud of you.
Wow.
I'm,
Wow.
I'm proud of you, and I feel good about myself that I have raised you to be like this.
That's amazing. I think that is the only thing a next gen wants to listen.
Exactly. And
His
and,
father
and that
saying
was
this thing.
like the moment for me as well. And I felt like, yeah, I mean, I am on the right track. I'm not saying that issues don't happen, fights don't happen, emotions don't get disturbed. They do. They get disturbed with family. And family ko to hum for granted bhi le lete hain.
True.
And like you said, कि पापा ने ऐसे कैसे बोल दिया, doesn't he care about my emotions? But what if he was not my father and another investor, as you said? Would he really care about my emotions? No. But he is caring about my emotions enough, and I'm getting to learn from him probably much more. And I actually changed my position, and I thought that I should be sitting in a space of a seeker, a learner, and ask if I have a question. So then I started asking. Like I told you that I felt like he was not discussing things with me. But I started reaching out and asking him, tell me more, tell me more, tell me more. And slowly, like you said, that insecurity, there's no insecurity whatsoever. My dad actually comes to me and says that, Dinika, we're a great team.
Wow.
पूरी इंडस्ट्री में लोग बोलते होंगे कि बाप बेटी का कॉम्बो can take over the world. And I said, yeah, Dad, that's exactly what we need to do. I actually also sit in that role of the visionary, and I have to also bind everyone together with the culture, right? So on Sundays we have like family meetings, and I'm sharing my vision with everyone, and it's more like a motivational talk to everybody, aligning them all. And yes, they do get aligned, because I feel like when your heart is pure and when you have a vision and a business to take care of, it's not about yourself, it's about that vision.
True. You started Nutty Gritties. You went to your father because you needed money. He became your angel investor. When and why did you go to your mother? कि मम्मी मैं ये business चालू कर रही हूँ, which is not the family business, which is not the trading business, it's a completely consumer business. Why don't you please join me and help me with certain things? Was it that you went to her, or she started she started taking care of you, and whatever you were doing, she started taking care of that? How was it?
So she actually was with me from day zero. I still remember home office में हम अपने बोर्ड के ऊपर कंपनी के नाम डिसाइड कर रहे थे. DRB Foods नाम भी उन्होंने एंड उनके डैड ने, मेरे नाना जी ने हेल्प किया डिसाइड करने में. So that's a memory I have. Ever since then, she was with me only. And she was like a mother to me in the business. And her joining me at work was more or less like a natural progression. I don't remember a time that I went to her or she came to me.
Got it.
But it almost became like, me going to the factory, coming back. First couple of years, she was not there with me. But later on, when work started growing, some aspects needed a little bit of help. She would just come into the factory and just look at like upkeep, people, welfare, taking care of people. Now she does take care of part of operations and HR, systems and processes that are set. Someone needs to go and just kind of make sure that those systems are being followed. Someone needs to go and counsel some employees. So she does that. That's what she's good at.
I worked with my father, I worked with my younger brother. I've never worked with my mother. So how is it to work with your mother?
It's a very interesting dynamic. And वो जो मैंने बोला था ना पहले कि मुझे मेरी माँ चाहिए. I wish that was there available more. But as I'm talking to you right now, I'm realizing that वो है. कहीं ना कहीं मैं ही नहीं देख पा रही हूँ. She is that mother to me at work. She is actually the mother of our factory. She's also the mother of the business. She's the mother of the workers.
Wow.
And people love her. She'll go into the factory, and summers are going on right now, so she'll take Guru Afza for people. She'll have a Guruji ka satsang, and she'll just order like samosas for everyone. She's like really taking care of everyone. And I'm grateful to her for that. And I feel like it's important to see what her strengths are, right? And that's what leaders need to do.
True.
That's what each one of us actually needs to do. Keep the emotions aside, use your wisdom, understand the strengths, and play to that. Because if I see that she probably thinks that this is what I need. As a mother, she thinks that the support in business is what will make me happy. So I feel like she's already doing her very best.
तो 16 साल 16 ईयर्स से आप काम कर रहे हैं 2009 से अभी 25 आ गया है from the angel investor your father was in the beginning, then the mentor, then handling finances of the company, guiding you, telling you what to do, what not to do. How has been your relationship with him and how it has evolved in the last 16 years?
So, as I mentioned earlier, I was looking up to my dad ever since I was 6 years old, and I wanted to be like him. He also really supported me in giving all the opportunities to get the best education, to go study abroad, being the first girl from my family to go study abroad. Then supporting me to even start my business. As I mentioned, that I was the first woman in India to enter the nuts industry and start something of my own. I did not look at myself as like a woman entering the industry, but of course, society does, right? And उनको society से काफ़ी feedback मिला था, blockages मिले थे, that क्यों अपनी बेटी को business में डाल रहे हो? But उस time वो मेरे साथ थे. He was the one who actually stood up for me against the society. He was the one who sent me abroad to study, get that exposure so that I would make something of myself. As the business also started growing, right? Eventually, he is the angel investor. He's got to keep a bang for the buck. And as we know about our families and the legacy businesses, उनके लिए reputation और goodwill से ज़्यादा और कुछ नहीं हो सकता. So he'd be like, राजू भाटिया की बेटी क्या कर रही है, क्या अचीव कर रही है. एंड जब पूरी दुनिया से लोग उनके पास आके नटी ग्रिटीज़ के बारे में, मेरे बारे में अच्छा बोलते थे, the numbers would also do the talking. That's when he also, of course, started seeing, right? I mean, you have to get that validation from somewhere.
True.
When the world started really appreciating what I'm doing, my dad also started appreciating it much more. But no, he always did support me. I am who I am today because of him. If he did not give me that platform,
True.
the money to start, he actually did not bother me when I wanted to focus only on distribution. And I did not look at finance for 3 years, Mohit. I did not look at accounts.
Wow.
I was like, nutty gritties को बस पूरे market में फैलाना है. That's what it was all about. And my relationship with my dad kept improving because I started listening more. He wanted to talk. He has a lot to talk. And as he must, because he has the experience, he has that position in the industry. And even I should think actually now that अगर पूरी दुनिया उनका सुनती है तो मुझे भी सुन लेना चाहिए.
Absolutely.
You know? So I think it goes both ways. I think, again, it all comes down to managing your emotions and operating from wisdom. As I'm talking to you, I'm actually realizing that how much I love them. And I want to send a message to them that I love you guys. Thank you for being there. You know, it's not about the fights. It's about what brings us all together. And we are the glue.
Absolutely. Is Danika a risk taker?
Obvio. I mean, we launched the first trail mix in India before India even knew what trail mix is. We launched the first packaged nuts in India. We were the OGs in the space, right? It takes courage to take these risks. It takes courage to go and put your product out there in shelves of retail stores without having any background of building a consumer brand and dealing with those retail stores. True. Without there being any other brand on those shelves, you know? So I didn't take those risks thinking of it as a risk. You know, it was just my passion. So I feel like risk taker or not, that's for the world to decide. Like I'm out here implementing my business plan.
You just mentioned struggles. So struggles किए आपने and बहुत struggles के बाद बहुत कुछ सीखा and आगे बढ़े. What were those struggles all about?
You know, when you start a business, when you launch a brand, of course मेरे पास कोई experience तो था नहीं. You know, so whether it's finance, accounts, managing the team, a lot of struggles in building the team. and managing a team. We launched in retail, right? We launched in 6 different states at one time. And 6 months later, when the product got expired, 50% of the stock came back.
Whoa.
And this is, of course, because the 24-year-old me, who had no experience in retail, did not know that I need to check my secondary sales, my tertiary sales, focus on all of those things. And my inexperience also maybe allowed the team to take it easy. You know, so those were the struggles that we saw. Then there was the struggle in terms of pricing. You know, people would always compare the prices, and our prices are premium because we are providing the best quality. So to convince the customer about the pricing was sometimes a challenge. But when, of course, they try it, it would be, they'd get convinced. But that is the customer who's buying our product. But when the product has to sell from a retail store, how do you then convince that customer? How do you convince the consumer to buy the product? You know, so we also started at a time, Mohit, when there was no social media. How do you increase awareness? सोशल मीडिया स्टार्ट हुआ तो इन्वेस्टर्स भी ब्रांड्स को फंड करना शुरू कर गए. अब जहाँ पर हम बूटस्ट्रैप्ड फ्रूगल माइंडसेट के साथ ब्रांड को मार्केट में ले जा रहे हैं, उधर ब्रांड्स 50 लाख महीने का खर्च रहे हैं सोशल मीडिया पे जस्ट टू एक्वायर ब्रांड्स. बात अलग है कि उसके बाद आप सबसे ख़राब क्वालिटी देते हो बिकॉज यू नॉट फोकसिंग ऑन द फंडामेंटल्स. But how do you compete with that? How, if you have a budget of 5 lakhs versus someone having a budget of 50 lakhs, how do you compete with that? How do you stand in that market? Like I told you, post-COVID, Nutty Gritties was the only trail mix. And now Amazon has gone and told every brand to start trail mixes. People who have nothing to do with nuts have started trail mixes, you know? And then obviously what the customers want, the platforms, is that people do more bidding. The same keyword that would probably cost 10 rupees 1 year for me would start costing 100 rupees, 1,000 rupees. Today, Mohit, that same keyword, to bid on that keyword is 10,000 rupees.
Wow.
Today, Nutty Gritties ka keyword bidding is one of the most expensive keyword bidding in the entire industry. Because everybody wants to be like us. Because we were the OGs in the space. But of course, it poses a challenge for me because how do I protect my brand? How do I protect my space? How do I protect what I've built when there's people out there who are burning crores and crores and crores in marketing? There are our competitors have raised 450 crores in the last 5-6 years. And they have losses of 30, 40, 50 crores every year. Now, that's not my mindset. You know, I have to build bootstrapped, I have to be profitable. And, they're the ones who have like a yearly marketing budget of 100 crores. And ours is not even 10% of that. Right? So how do you compete with that? Those are several challenges, and sometimes I feel very alone. Sometimes I feel like I have to do all the thinking on my own. And if I fail at something, or if my team doesn't end up performing at something, it's all coming on my head. People who are working in the company looking at me as a CEO who's not able to take the right decisions. Because I'm also learning, right? I'm also just in this space for the first time. The market is so dynamic, it's evolving so much. So I face these challenges on a day-to-day basis. Initially, I used to feel more responsible for all the issues that used to happen. But now I've started distancing myself from the problem, and I'm not responsible for everything that happens, right? And I started discussing with my dad very openly. And I'm like, Dad, I'm facing this challenge. And then he will share his guidance with me. He shared with me some of his experiences that have come up from the past. My passion is what has carried me. My vision has what carried me. My belief in myself is what has carried me. You know? Yes, family ने support किया. उन्होंने प्लेटफॉर्म दिया, बट उसके साथ थोड़ा और emotional support would be great. But sometimes as a woman, you feel like you're taking care of your family, your home, uh, your business, your people, and you look at it more, emotionally. You're more concerned about everyone's feelings and how they feel. Even if it's someone who's working with me and they make a mistake, I get mad at them. But eventually, I look at them as a human being. I think about their feelings.
आपका फैमिली बिजनेस ट्रेडिंग के बारे में है, तो व्हाट मेड यू कम्प्लीटली यू नो यू हैव चोजन अ कंप्लीट डिफरेंट डायरेक्शन फॉर योरसेल्फ. आप ट्रेडिंग करते, मस्त कंटेनर इधर उधर बेचते, इंपोर्ट एक्सपोर्ट करते, बहुत पैसे कमाते. आपने एक नई स्ट्रगलिंग लाइफ क्यों चूज करी अपने लिए कि मैं रिटेल में घुसती हूँ?
That was what I was interested in. But now that you ask me this question, I'm reflecting and going a bit in the backstory. So, मेरी फैमिली का ऑफिस जो है खाड़ी बावली में है, चांदनी चौक में. 1900 में सेटअप किया था. एंड जब हम बच्चे थे तो हम दिवाली के टाइम जाते थे, एंड जब हम बच्चे थे तभी. जैसे ही हम थोड़े बड़े हो गए, गर्ल्स वर नॉट अलाउड. या
Okay.
नॉट अलाउड बिकॉज they'd be like, कि आप उधर क्या करोगे.
Safety issues.
सेफ्टी इश्यूज, पूरे मार्केट में सिर्फ मैं नहीं है. Maybe when I was 12, 13 years old was like the last time that I went to his office. And because my family stopped me from going there, it just registered in my subconscious that maybe this is not something I want to do. But the 6-year-old me wants to be like my father. I still want to do something in the family business. I still want to take it forward. But there was some pressure on my head that this family generation business has to be taken a step forward. And I have to do something in it. And the time was right to launch a brand in the retail space.
You just mentioned कि there was this pressure on you being the eldest daughter कि family business को आगे लेके जाना है. Why? Generally ये होता है कि भैया अपने घर संभालो, तो ये pressure क्यों feel हुआ आपको?
I don't know, it's something that was inside me. And I wanted to prove myself. I think for the longest time, I was trying to prove myself to my father.
यार ये क्यों होता है वैसे? Why do you want to prove it to him? And number one, why you want to prove it to him? Number two, what do you want to prove it to him?
Yeah, it's. I also realized that after making it, थोड़ी बहुत success देखने के बाद, there's a long, long way to go. But I don't know why I'm this crazy ambitious. And sometimes my mother sits me down and tells me, Danika, just calm your ambition down a little bit. It's okay. You don't have to do everything now. But there was this desire to, create a name for myself. Because I feel like my dad had that desire. My grandfather had that name. All over the world. Now, almonds is a commodity, right? And you know how commodity markets work. You launch a price. When the season opens. My grandfather used to be the person all over the world who used to launch that opening price for almonds globally. Now imagine being a granddaughter to someone like that. My father was the one who enabled the growth of the nuts industry in India and has been a leader, has been an interface for the entire industry with the government within India and all over the world. Now imagine having a father like that. Pressure होगा कि नहीं
तो
होगा?
बनता है.
And I'm the firstborn. And
it's almost like कि अमिताभ बच्चन grandfather है, शाहरुख खान उनका बेटा है, अब तुम उनके बच्चे हो.
Exactly.
Right.
तो लेकिन मोहित, I don't know how you feel, but जो younger siblings होते हैं उनको pressure नहीं feel होता.
I think होता होगा, उनकी अपनी जर्नी होती है. बट आई एम श्योर ये जो फर्स्ट वालों का होता है, फर्स्ट वालों को एक अलग ही प्रेशर होता है. फर्स्ट वाले जल्दी मैच्योर हो जाते हैं मुझसे. एज सून एज मैं 3 साल का था या मैं 2 साल का था जब मेरी बहन आ गई, 3.5 साल का जब मेरा भाई भी आ गया था. सो माई मदर टेल्स मी दिस कि मैं 2 साल के बाद से कुछ मैंने मम्मी को तंग नहीं किया. शी टेल्स, मुझे तो नहीं याद ऑब्वियसली.
Why do you think that was?
It's just very natural, when you are elder to someone, you are automatically responsible towards that someone. And it's that instinct, I think that answer lies in our culture.
Right.
क्योंकि मैं इंडिया में पैदा हुआ हूँ और हमने बॉन्ड देखा है कि मेरे 60 साल के पिताजी के पैर छू रहे हैं उनके छोटे भाई जो सिर्फ 2-3 साल छोटे हैं। यू नो, आई हैव सीन माय ग्रैंडफादर 70-75 में वो किसी के पैर छू रहे हैं। तो वो सब चीज़ जब देखते आ रहे हैं तो ये इम्बाइब्ड है कि छोटा है कोई मुझसे तो मैं रिस्पॉन्सिबल हूँ भाई, मैं तेरा ध्यान रखूंगा, और तू फिर कुछ भी कर तो भी ध्यान रखूंगा।
Absolutely, you know, it's all responsibility. So, in fact, my dad also told me, he was giving me stories that his grandfather died at a very young age. तो जो मेरे grandfather के सबसे बड़े भाई थे, उन्होंने ही अपने जो 9 siblings थे उनके नीचे उन सब की शादियाँ कराई, उन सबको बिजनेस में सेटल किया। तो उन्होंने बोला कि सबसे जो बड़ा सिबलिंग होता है, दैट इज़ लाइक अ पेरेंट। तो ही टेल्स मी एज वेल, अगर मेरी ऐश्वर्या के साथ कभी लड़ाई होती है तो वो बोलते हैं कितने का यू हैव टू बी लाइक अ पेरेंट। देखो कि हमारी फैमिली में कैसी लेगेसी है। तो वो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी तो उस टाइम आई जाती है ना कि बड़े भाई ने सारे बच्चों की शादियाँ कराई, बिजनेस में सेटल किया, सब घर बनाया, ये सब किया। सो देन आई फील लाइक यार मैं एक छोटे से बिजनेस के चक्कर में लड़ाई कर रही हूँ। देन आई स्टार्ट फीलिंग
Got it. So that pressure is good actually. It's good. It's good to have that legacy pressure, I would say. That gives you fire to work.
it does give the fire to work, and it's always good to have a sense of responsibility.
Nice.
But I also feel, Mohit, that we should not be too hard on ourselves.
That is, I'll agree to that, but whatever said and done, we will always be. We will always be hard on ourselves. Because पता नहीं क्यों ये जो प्रूव वाला सिस्टम रहता है ना, कि प्रूव करना है, प्रूव करना है, प्रूव करना है.
Did you also have that? Did you want to prove yourself?
Of course, everyone does. वो नेक्स्ट जेन को होता ही है यार. नेक्स्ट जेन वो इसलिए होता है क्योंकि कंपैरिजन चालू हो जाता है ना. जो याद है मुझे, मतलब 8-10 साल 12 साल में कंपैरिजन चालू हो जाता है. कोई पंडित जी घर पे आए हैं, वो तुम्हारी कुंडली देख रहे हैं, अरे यार तुम्हारा ये बेटा बिजनेस को 100 गुना कर देगा, ये वाला बेटा नहीं हल्का लग रहा है, ये कुछ नहीं कर पाएगा, ये नौकरी वोकरी करेगा, इसका ध्यान रखना ज़रा. तो वहीं से वो कंपैरिजन चालू हो जाते हैं. तो इसलिए होता है कि बड़े होके प्रूव करना है.
And also, do you think that हमारी जो सेंस ऑफ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होती है वही हमारे को स्ट्रॉन्ग बना देती है.
True.
हमारा जो फसाद होता है वो बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग होता है, एंड जब हम एक स्ट्रॉन्ग फसाद पोर्ट्रे करते हैं तो ऑटोमेटिकली लोग सोचते हैं कि हाँ वो तो कर लेगी, वो तो कर लेगा. That happened with me a lot. The reason why I also probably did not get as much support as I would want is because everybody always thought that Danika is really strong.
वो तो कर ही लेगी, it's okay.
वो तो कर ही लेगी.
Let's take care of the weak bachcha. She's the strong one. But inside we are the weaker one, I would say.
Yeah, all you want is for someone to sit down with you, listen to you,
Right.
you know, feel your emotions, and just tell you, don't worry, it's going to be fine. I'm here with you. You know, so that's something that I would really want families to take away.
Would you have any advice to give to any woman entrepreneur, and especially the next woman entrepreneur in their family business?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and I say this very often that when I started, I did not think of myself as a woman entrepreneur. I just thought of myself as an entrepreneur who had an idea and had a business to execute. That never came in the way. It never stopped me, never deterred me from anything. You know, so my advice to people out there, not only women but men as well, is like believe in yourself. You know, do whatever it takes to build that conviction in yourself and your idea. Because if you have that conviction, if you have that belief in yourself, then sky is the limit. Gender is not an issue. It doesn't come in the way at all.
Got it.
Because everyone is equally capable.
True. So this is for the entrepreneur. What about the family business next generation? उनके लिए क्या advice होगी आपकी?
I think something that you also shared very well, that communicate, you know, respect, listen. I think that these 3 things are something that I would want people to take away, that, you know, communicate effectively, listen to your family, and don't react. Just listen, absorb, and then respond basis your wisdom, not based on your emotions. Because when we let emotions come in the way, that's when things go bad. But think of the larger picture and leverage the relationship that you have with your family to build a better business.
एंड एक और क्वेश्चन में मैं पूछता हूँ, ये मैं बहुत लोगों से पूछता हूँ, आई वांट टू आस्क यू दिस एज वेल. देयर इज अ सेइंग दैट पहली जनरेशन बनाती है, दूसरी जनरेशन संभालती है, तीसरी जनरेशन डुबा देती है. यहाँ छठी जनरेशन है जो 100 करोड़ का रेवेन्यू कर रही है. व्हाट हाउ डिड यू डिफाई दिस स्टेटमेंट एज अ फैमिली? हाउ डिड यू डिफाई दिस स्टेटमेंट कि ये जनरेशन टू जनरेशन ये काम चलता आया, बीच में बंद नहीं हुआ? कोई भी, आई एम नॉट गोना यूज द वर्ड नालायक, बट कोई भी ऐसा इंसान नहीं फैमिली में आया जो कि कायदे से ये बिजनेस नहीं संभाल पाया. हाउ डिड द फैमिली काइंड ऑफ मैनेज्ड?
So I'll speak for myself. And you know, like how Jeff Bezos says that every single day that he goes into work, he feels like it's day one at Amazon. I feel like even with me, even though I did leverage that legacy of 6 generations, but when I went into my business and when I go into work, I don't look at myself as 6th generation. I look at myself as a custodian of this business, of this brand. And I do look at myself as the custodian of the legacy. Because I totally also believe that, you know, the values that my grandfather, great grandfather, and all have been carrying on, I have to take care of that and I have to carry it forward. So when it becomes more of a value game and not about me, I take Dinika Bhatia out of the picture. But I keep the values on the forefront.
Got it. Got it. I think I come to my final question for you is that what does legacy mean to you?
Legacy is actually values, you know, carrying values forward. Because in this day and age where there is a lot of inauthenticity, there is a lot of betrayal, one thing that's actually stands apart is values.
I think I have got this answer consistently and quite similar with all the family businesses. जैसे आपके दादाजी ने आपको बोला कि भाई कुछ भी करना, उन्होंने पैसे की बात कभी करी ही नहीं.
Yeah.
उन्होंने सिर्फ इतना ही बोला कि क्वालिटी पे कॉम्प्रोमाइज मत करना.
Right.
My father taught me कमिट कर दो एक बारी तो कभी पीछे नहीं हटना, forget about the losses.
Exactly. Same.
So it's, you know, family business में हमेशा, and family businesses चलते ही तब हैं जब values and commitment पे honor होता है. So good to have you, Danika. We have one round left, and that's called rapid fire, in which I'm going to ask you questions, and you have to give me answers with as lesser words as possible.
Okay.
Should we start that?
Yeah, sure. Let's start it.
One thing about the family business stereotype that cracks you up.
People who are not in family businesses and they look at it and they're like, this legacy is a sham. ये सब झूठ है. इससे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. तुम कर रहे हो जो what you're capable of. Family has nothing to do with it.
On a tough day, nuts or chocolate?
Chocolate coated nuts.
That's a great answer there. Yoga mat or a treadmill?
Yoga mat. Any day. All day.
What's harder, balancing chakras or balancing PNL?
Balancing chakras. If you balance your chakras, your PNL will be balanced.
One founder ritual you do before any big launch?
Meditate. Look inward. Reflect.
If your leadership style was a yoga pose, which one would it be?
I think it would be a Surya Namaskar. Not a pose, but an entire Surya Namaskar series. Because my leadership style actually changes according to the situation and according to the person. Someone actually asked me this a few days back. Sometimes I have to be authoritative. Sometimes I have to be comforting. Sometimes I have to be a coach. Sometimes I have to be a mentor. You know, so I'm actually lucky that how Surya Namaskar is a full body workout. I can also accommodate my leadership style according to what the situation needs.
One memorable moment with your father or grandfather that you still cherish?
I think recently only the last month when I spoke at the panel in Spain representing the industry, and my dad was in the audience, teary-eyed, and came to me at the end of the day after a lot of people had gone to him and appreciated me. He came to me and he just looked at me and said that, Danika, I'm so proud of you.
If DRB Foods had a family tree, what would be the most masaledar ancestor?
I think my grandfather.
He used to open the rates
Yeah.
of family. Matlab, what power and what a guy he would have been
He was the most powerful person in the almond industry in the world.
in the world.
Yeah, so kuch to masala hoga.
If your father heard your wildest product idea, what would he say in one word?
धरती पे आ जाओ.
Good one. If Legacy was a playlist, what song would be track one?
Unstoppable. I'm unstoppable.
Your go-to person, mummy, papa, behan, in times of crisis.
My dad.
One secret ingredient of running successful family legacy.
Communication.
Got it. That's where we end our rapid fire. You did extremely well. I think you're gonna win the round of the whole season, not just one
Yay.
episode.
That's amazing. What do I get?
Nitty-gritties. Thank you so much, Danika, for coming and spending time with us. It was so nice to know about your family, the legacy, and the struggles you've gone through. And the highlights for me was that you're the first woman of your industry. That's something I didn't know at all. You've done wonders, not just for yourself, for so many other women who've joined the industry after seeing you that you've joined this industry. Working with your mother, father, sister, pretty much everyone in the same business was so cool. The dynamics, how you're taking it forward, and you literally like the thread of the necklace, keeping them together. Learned a lot today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me, Mohit, and thank you for listening. And while sharing my thoughts with you, I got a lot of realizations as well. And I just want to tell my family, I love you.
Wish you all the best to you, to Nitty-Gritties and your family.
Thank you.
तो ये थी दिनिका की स्टोरी. आज इतना कुछ समझने को मिला, इतना कुछ सीखने को मिला. एक बच्ची 12-13 साल की जिसको मना कर दिया गया था कि उसके पापा के ऑफिस में नहीं जाना है. But she still wanted to contribute and take the legacy ahead. She made a beautiful brand out of it, and now working with your mother, working with your younger sister, father, the family dynamics, the struggle, the failure, the times when she was told that तुमसे नहीं हो पाएगा, बंद कर दो business, to the times that I'm extremely proud of you, my beta. You've done wonders in our industry, which proves that legacy is inherited, leadership is built. Thank you for watching this episode. Stay tuned for the next one.